Hello everyone, welcome to day 24 of Leetcode May challenge. Today we have question number 32, longest valid parenthesis. In this question they have given us a string containing just the open bracket or the close bracket, and we have to find the length of the longest valid parenthesis substring. In example 1, this is the substring, and out of this is the longest valid substring and its length is 2. That what we have written as an output. In example 2, this is the substring, and out of which this is the longest valid parenthesis substring and its length is 4. In example 3, there is no string given to us, so that's why the output is 0. And if the length is 1 also, then also we will give output 0, because valid means we have a pair of a opening bracket and the close bracket that make the valid parenthesis. Let's see in this example. In this example, the valid parenthesis we can see is this. It has the length 4. Then the other one is this, which has the length 10, and the other one is this, which has the length 2. And out of that we have to return the longest valid parenthesis, that is this, that we have to return as an output. Now our main task is to find those indexes because of which our whole parenthesis is not balanced. So one is this 0 index, because these two are balanced but 0 is not balanced. The other one is this 5th index, because of which the parenthesis is not balanced, and the other one is this 16th index, because of which the parenthesis is not valid. So using this stack, first we will find out these 3 indexes out because of which the parenthesis is not valid, and then while doing the iteration we'll come to know like how then we'll find the longest valid parenthesis length. So our first thing is we will iterate through the string and we will go through each character. At first we got an open bracket. We will just push this open bracket in this string. Second, we got this open bracket. Again we push this open bracket in a string. Then we got this bracket, that is the closing bracket. We will store here index also. Over here the index is 0, so we will just make sure this will help us later. So this is okay, this is index 0, and after this, as we got one closing bracket, we will pop this out. They will make a pair. So this is the 2 length valid parenthesis. And then we will move further. We got a open bracket, we will push it. Then we got a closing bracket, we pop it. So there is the other pair we got. And then again we'll start iterating to next. We got this other open bracket, index we can store 5. Then again we are going with the open bracket, index is 6. On 6th index we got this open bracket, and then we have at 7 again we have open bracket, then this is open bracket at index 7. So we just store it, and then we got the closing bracket. So we pop this 7th index, and 7th and 8 make a valid pair. And then again we got a closing bracket. We will again push the index open bracket which is at the index 9 in our stack, and then we got 10. We will pop this out, and then again at 11th index we got the open bracket. Now I'm continuing with this stack, like writing over here. So yeah, this is the open bracket which we got at the index 11, so we push it over here. Then we got a closing bracket, we pop this over here, so this make a valid pair. Then we got a open bracket at 13, we pushed it. This is the open bracket we got at 13, so we pushed it in this stack. Then we got a closing bracket at index 14, we popped this, and that at 15 we got a closing bracket. So out of this is popped, this is popped. The only things remaining in a stack is these 3. Then we got this closing bracket. Then of course we will pop the 6th open bracket at the 6th index. So the open bracket at the 6th index and the closing bracket at 15 index make a valid parenthesis. So this is popped, and then we have the 16 index open bracket. Then we will just again push it, and then we have at 17th index we got again. So we push this, this is the open bracket, and this is the index at which we got this. And then we have at 18th index close bracket, so we pop the peak element from this stack, because this make the valid pair. So now the element that are left in these stacks, here I am writing their indexes, is at 0th index, at 5th index, and the 16. Now we have these three elements, and we need to find the longest valid parenthesis. So what we will do is, first we will pop the first stack dot peak, so we will get 16, and we will subtract the total length of the string minus 16, and we will subtract minus 1. So if we will minus this, we will get 2. Thing is, the total length is not 18, the total length is 19 of this string. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's have this start, which will take the element from the stack, and for current, like, it has the index 16 stored in it. And for now, let's have end, which will have the total length of the string stored in it. So now we need to find the valid valid parenthesis between 16 and the last of the index. So that we will find is like the end minus start minus 1. That will give us 2. So from here we got this, like after 16 we have 2, the length of the valid substring possible is 2. So that we will store, and we will update our 16. This is done. Now the next we will get is 5, and our new end will become 16. Now we have to find the valid substring coming between the 5 and 16 index. So what we will do is, we will just 16 subtract by 5 and minus 1, which is of length 10. And here we will have one more variable, that is maximum, that will store the maximum length. So first it was having the length 2, but now 2 and 10, which is the maximum? 10 is the maximum, so it will have the 10 as an answer. Now the last element which we will pop will be a start, that is 0. And now we have to check from, and our end will become 5. So now we have to check from 0 to 5 which is the minimum string we are having. So that is simple. That will be, this time we just don't need to subtract 1. It is just simple, from out, like 5 minus 0 minus 1, so that is 4, and that what we have to written as an output. I think we have index 0, we have index 5, and the output we got is as 10, and here we are done. Now the thing is, the time complexity is making a stack O of n and then traversing whole through the string is O of n. Space complexity is also O of n, like of making stack and then traversing it one by one in the string, it is same O of n. First thing is base check. If our string is null or string length is less than 2, we will return 0. Then we will create a stack of integer and we will iterate through this string equals to 0, I is less than s dot length I plus plus. If we got an opening bracket, then we will simply push it in a stack. Else, if we got a closing bracket, then we will check if a stack is not empty and s dot character at stack dot peak is equals to open, like for closing we need a open bracket now, that will make a valid pair. So we will pop it and we got a pair. Neitherwise what we will do, neitherwise we will just push it, because that may, while moving, while iterating, may can form a pair, or this is the reason because of which we will, this is the reason where we will get the invalid index. Yeah. And then we will have the maximum length that we have to return, and the end of the array, that is the length of this string, we will store in this. Now we have to find the length of the longest valid substring, valid parenthesis, which is formed. So if the stack is not empty, what we will do, we will pop the first element present in the stack, and we will take out the length. So max of, we will take the maximum of the length already present in this, or if we just subtract n minus start minus 1 from it, if this is the maximum or the already present length is the maximum, we have to put this, and we will put, now our new end will become the starting position, and we simply have to return the last check, which we will do for the, while we are going through the loop, this the last element which we pop will become the start, so we will directly see its length. So that's why this is, we will find the maximum, that is end comma maximum length, and then we will run it. Okay, stack is empty, and stack dot peek, this is a function. Yeah. Okay, stack dot push, what is wrong, we have to push what, I. It's working, let's submit it. We are done. Thank you.